I said the worst that could happen is they throw you overboard, but the best that could happen is getting seated at a window table with no weight. So I'm glad I asked, and I'm glad I didn't have to go overboard. But I mean, the keys are right there, so it's an easy swim. I have a legitimate cornucopia of menus. That one is wine, that one is cocktails, and this one is food. All right, it's gonna take me a while to read all of this. Mostly because, and I mentioned this while I was on Carnival Horizon, this Eden was rated the #2 or 3 cruise dining venue, and it's the only one I hadn't been to, so the stakes are very, very high. Not the actual, like, beef stakes, the credibility stakes. I don't know, I gotta get through all this. It is decided we are going to have a jumbo lump crab cake and the pan-roasted carabinero shrimp, followed by the filet mignon medium, I know that's been a controversy lately, and a small portion of the Nova Scotia lobster roll. I know, what am I doing to myself? Because I keep trying lobster to figure out why people like get in fistfights over it. I still don't get it, but I'm gonna keep experimenting for science. And when I say fistfights, well, okay, not necessarily fistfights. I guess they get into flipper fights or spear gun fights because, yeah, just check the news for a mini season out, in Miami. Yeah, it's not good. They do start with a little amuse-bouche. It is a beetroot carpaccio, and it was pretty darn good. It is blended very, very smooth, which I don't really remember having that in a beet dish, so that worked out very, very well. I ordered my wine. One is included in the package, and the other was not, so they're gonna bring an alternate with the next course. You probably can't see her, but off in the distance there is Disney Dream, and it's just about showtime. I guess we'll start off with the shrimp. I don't know why they were so fussy about changing my reservation earlier. I wasn't here. The maitre d' was not here earlier. So I went to the restaurant reservations desk and they said Eden was sold out for the cruise, but it is not even my original reservation time and there's plenty of tables. I guess they're holding a lot of inventory for walk-ins, which makes a lot of sense. But I think the bean counters over in Miramar, you might want to take a cruise sometime and see how it actually works out. And we do get a special soft roll, that's what they called it, and Eden butter. I like this view. First up, the bread. Thank you for respecting the upcharge. It is definitely a better bread than I guess you would get in the dining room or the buffet. Good on Celebrity for that. My 2 appetizers, the shrimp and the crab cake, were excellent. Yes, they were. The shrimp, I don't know how to describe it, but they were like lighter shrimp than I'm used to. And it's something you really have to try. Usually shrimp is a pretty hearty meat, but this was like, I don't want to say it was fluffy, but it was like, it's hard to describe. And I'm gonna call it succotash that came with it. That was actually the star of the dish. Excellent, excellent. And the crab cake made a point of 99% crab. Not really a requirement, but did turn out very, very good. And I know I said this in another video. I don't know where this was. So someone watch all my videos. Let me know where I said this. I'm glad they included the little veggies with just the right amount of acidity to cut through the savoriness of the crab cake. So that was fantastic. All right, they're standing around me ready to serve the next one. Okay, so I gotta go. Maybe this bodes well, but the last time I had a view like this was on Norwegian Prima at Hudson's with the whole dining and everything. So things are working out very, very well. Could this be a contender for Cruise of the Year? Ooh, it's gonna be tough. Let me tell you, that medallion, awesome. As kind of a pro tip, on the left side of the menu, there is a prefix option with a wine pairing. It's like $150 upcharge, but if you ask if any of the wines are included in the premium package, which is what I have, we'll talk about that later, some of them are, and if not, they are happy to recommend a substitute, which is what I did, so that's why I have 2 different wines here. All right, mains are here. All right, well, I gotta take all this in and we'll get started. But my current quandary is, do I try the lobster first or the filet first? The lobster casserole, really good. I can tell, technically, it's a great dish in terms of ingredients, flavor profiles, preparation, and everything. I just still don't get what the big deal about lobster is. I will say, however, that this, included in the prefix price for Eden here on Celebrity Apex, is a much, much better deal than the lobster rolls that I just got in, where were we? In Portland, Maine, yes. All right, so if you want to try lobster, yeah, do it here. And well, they were good, but I guess this is a better deal because it's kind of included. Well, there you go. I just figured it out. Lobster is only good if it's free. The second main I had was the filet mignon and short rib Wellington. Fantastic dish, but a very curious situation where the individual parts were much better than the sum because the reduction that surrounded everything was way too powerful for everything else on the plate. So my recommendation is kind of push that off to the side, eat everything separately, and use the reduction as a dipping sauce for the bread. Otherwise, it's just gonna like bulldoze everything else on the plate. No, don't make me choose between graham cracker and mole. Ay. Oh, thank God, I don't have to choose. It's time to talk about the desserts. So the first one I had was a lemon tort on a graham cracker base, and yes, it was a legitimate graham cracker base, not really a crust. And it was not the preparation that I would do, but yes, it was legit, so I'll give them that. And the lemon custard was really, really good. Swap in some key lime, and yeah, you could have a variant that I would approve of. The other dessert I tried was the Azteca chocolate, and wow, it is potent if you are spicy versus not for you. But that mole on the menu is what drove me in, and yes, very, very satisfying. Unexpectedly, they also brought this little tower of additional tasty treats, which means, yes, I've had my sugar allotment for the quarter. We'll deal with that later. All very, very good. One in particular, this little like not lemon bar. This like might be cornmeal. Amazing. So that is the way to go. Oh boy, great experience. Now I know what everyone's thinking. How does this compare to Le Bistro? Ooh, great question. I'll have to do some side-to-side comparisons, but it's an actual contender. And to be honest, I am shocked that this is a Royal Caribbean Group restaurant. This is way better than, actually, yeah, this is way better than anything else I've ever had on a RCG ship. So, bonus points to the chefs who somehow managed to survive under the radar. So concludes our dinner here at Eden. Definitely worth the ranking in the 5 best cruise restaurants, whether it was 2 or 3. I definitely understand why it is there, although is it better than Le Bistro? The jury is still out. We'll talk about that on the way out. I just want to take in the wake one last time. That sounds so ominous. No, I'm sure I can just come back here and watch it. It's not that hard. They're preparing for showtime here in Eden. It is Night of the Arts. They're going to do this again, I think, several times, so we will catch it then, but very, very sparkly and lovely. What I can say right now is Le Bistro has the edge for consistency because every experience I've had there has been fantastic. So I guess I will have to experience Eden at least twice more in order to give a well-rounded, balanced, and scientific judgment, because, you know, we're all about judging around here. These are the get out lights in Eden, by the way. All right, I think the club is still open. Then, I don't know. I'm still a little bit, yeah, I'm good from dinner, so maybe no pizza tonight. I know. Pro tip, stock up on the water because, yeah, the bars close. And because why not? Check out the midnight buffet situation here on Celebrity Apex. Oh boy. Oh, just a spill. And I guess a because why not move, I did get some pizza and a salad, which means I'm gonna go sleep because I need to. I was up very early the last few days partially to get ready for this. So yeah, I need to catch up on sleep. Tomorrow is Key West. Not a huge destination. I can literally go there anytime I want. So if I sleep in, no worries. Although I would like breakfast. Gotta stop rambling. All right, next stop. Yeah, probably stateroom. The elevators outside are not touch-free, but the level selector is touch-free. Come on, come on. Yeah, some are more sensitive than others. Just like, yeah, well, we all know. At least we're doing well on the steps. Way past 10,000 yesterday.